Well. Welcome to the Double RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr.A. And what a nice timed right hand by McCullough. You know, my boy Declan goes down again. You know, I started this show about a year and a half ago. So I discover fighters as I do the research on fights. And one of the first Irish fighters I came across, you know, brand new to me was damn, that's a beautiful right hand by McCullough. Was Declan and Jonah. Those are like and I like movers. That's the style I like in boxing. I like my favorite fighter is Aries Landy Lara. So I saw Declan. I was like, I like. Damn, that's a beautiful right hand. His arms are all fucked up. He had the Silent Hill nurse arms and shit. And I saw Declan. I was like, okay, I like this guy. I like Jonah, and then they end up fighting. I was like, fuck, you know, my two new Irish boys, they get a fight, and Declan goes down again, man. He's got a good style, but with his, you know, his moving around and putting the hands down, it's not, it catches up to him, you know. He lost the rematch with Jonah, and now this one. He was, to me, the first round was a pretty sloppy round. You know, they're overthrowing punches. Like I never heard this Maarco McCullough guy. You know, I was asked to break this fight down. I just, hey, I've been, as you notice, the show has been a little slow. I just been a little busy lately, but hey, I watched the fight, and I gotta admit, the first round sloppy as hell. They both were landing their little shots. Second round, it seemed like Declan was getting the distance, gauging him pretty well. But at the same time, that led to his demise because he felt he was controlling it, and it led to his own demise because the shot he got caught with, that right hand, could be a knockout of the month. I gotta catch up on April. I'm very behind on the April awards. Like I said, shit's been popping off for me this month. I'm just, like I said, my breakdown and prediction output has been very, very low the last probably about week and a half of boxing. I will get back on to track, but that's a good ass right hand by fucking Burnett. Burnett's getting tagged a lot this fight. It's obviously a warm up fight, but right here on the ESPN Plus, I guess a guy left a comment. I guess it's IFL for you guys in the States. It's a ESPN Plus app for me, which is pretty good. And it's pretty good that PlayStation 4, you can now watch ESPN Plus through that, not just on your phone. So that's cool that they did that. I could actually watch on the big screen without just putting on a smart screen. But anyway, Declan, like I said, he got cracked. He got. That's what it says. Kind of how Marquez caught Pacquiao. Like I said, the fact that Declan started to like get his feel in that second. Like I said, the first round was just back and forth, little sloppiness. They each kind of throwing each other onto each other, throwing each other around the ring, head under the armpits, just, you know, doing that whole sloppy shit. Second round, I thought Declan was starting to gauge the distance, but he started getting cocky, started putting his hands down, leaning forward, kind of like Burnett's doing right now. And showed him in round 3, his hands was down. And he came rushing in from a distance with cockiness, and McCullough set that shit up. He threw that little throwaway jab, and Declan bought on that shit. He's like, oh, this bullshit jab, and he bought on it. He went to attack after that jab, and like I said, Same way Marquez threw that hand at Pacquiao. He caught the shit out of Declan. Just boom, quick inside punch. And I thought Declan was going to give up. You know, like, okay, boom. It's because he hit him, and it was kind of like a second and a half fall behind. I'm like, okay, he put him on his butt. Like, he didn't fall face down. He fell on his butt. But I was like, okay, he's trying to get up. But then you saw Declan kind of look at his arm, like, what's wrong with my arm? it won't move. Like, he tried to push himself up with his arm, but he just had no control over that arm. Like, oh, and that's when I was like, oh shit, did he fall so awkwardly that he just like broke a wrist, broke an elbow or something? But nah, that body went into twitch mode, man. I forgot what fight it is, but it's on the highlight in YouTube, like the greatest knockouts or 50 knockouts. When the homeboy gets knocked out and he just still punching, like, you know, sometimes your brain don't know what the fuck you're doing. You saw on Declan, dude, he tried to get up, and like I said, he had those Silent Hill dolls, man, those nurse arms. Like, Declan, like, damn, Declan. Like I said, he's obviously, I know he's not even cream of the crop domestic fighters. He's a nice local boy. But like I said, I created a show a year and a half ago. I'm a boxing junkie. That's what that siren's for. You know, it's the siren call to bring all the boxing junkies into the boxing rehab known as the Double RT Boxing Show. Hopefully, like I said, I'm going to see where McCullough goes from here because, you know, for you new viewers, that's what the Double RT Boxing Show is. It covers the best versus the best, and that lingo on this show is 1 through 15, the best versus the best. We give those guys, we cover them as they climb the rankings, and we talk about the belts they get along the way. So obviously, him becoming the IBF European champion, it's not a high IBF belt, but it, you know, a couple more wins that should get him into the top 15. You know, I don't know if the European IBF is going to get him into the 15, but probably at least into the top 20. If he could rattle off a few more wins, maybe take this European title into the IBF national, that might get, because the belt you always want to get is the Intercontinental. No matter what organization you in, you get the Intercontinental, you're on your way to like you're 2 fights away from a champion. Unless they're fucking working some big money fights, then you might have to like take some step aside money, maybe an extra eliminator. But usually, you get that Intercontinental, you could just kind of be a dick move and sit it out and wait until you get your mandatory shot. Like instance, before we shut this off, Intercontinental champion, he's in his final eliminator. Is it Fader? Damn, what's the light heavyweight guy? He beat Bugliani. I think it's Mang. Like I said, can he beat Better Beef? Probably not. But I like his style. I like his range. You know, I won't mind seeing that fight. I like him. I discovered him during the show. So we'll see where McCullough goes with this European IBF title. And poor Declan, he'll be on some other undercard. Hopefully he fucking puts his hands up. Thank you for watching. This is the Double RT Boxing Show.